How does one start a podcast again? Okay, take 57.
Hey, welcome to the show where we talk about growing up and everything in between. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to wherever you're listening to this. And
Make sure you leave us a little review because it's important for a podcast like ourselves, independent podcast, broke podcast at that. And yeah, just even if you're not feeling the show, let us know what you're thinking. We won't take it on board at all.
no,
But make sure you leave us a little review.
because we're ignorant.
Because we're ignorant.
We're fucking ignorant. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go this gobsmack. Have you, Danielle, talked about getting married yet?
We've talked about it. I think we're gonna just piss off and do our own thing. Like,
Yeah.
pretty sure, yeah. I think we're gonna just go. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go. What the fuck was
Yeah. Let me get serious for a second.
that? You know, you're getting old when you just move in a certain way. You sit up on the couch and it's like, you know what I
It's
mean?
me every day, bro.
It's gonna get worse.
Old Bones O'Connor.
Old bones.
Bones like dust. I step up and I goes, there goes a kneecap.
I walked to the gap before Richie was just leaning on his Zimmer frame. I was like, "The fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "Nothing,
Just
nothing,
chilling, bro.
nothing. I don't need that. What are you talking about?"
It's my new bike.
Just threw into the cereal, smack Barley in the face. There's chaos.
That's at it again.
Anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna just piss off and do our own thing.
You won't go the religious route.
Absolutely fucking not. You mad? Absolutely not.
You're not religious, eh?
No. You did the same thing, didn't you? You went.
Yeah, we went away. Yeah, we got married in Vegas.
Yeah. Wouldn't get married in the church. Fuck that, brother.
No.
Absolutely not. Like, I'm not religious.
Is Danielle religious?
No, worse than me. Like, not worse, but I mean, less religious than what I'd be. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I still have those tendencies of where like I drive past a graveyard and it's just force of habit, bro. Drive past a graveyard, I still bless myself and shit, like, you know,
Do you
stuff
really?
like that. Yeah, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
If you're at a funeral and stuff and they're saying like Father, the Son, Holy Ghost and all that, do
yeah,
you do
would,
it like?
yeah, I would. But like again, it's like it's weird because I just think that's just force of habit. Like,
Yeah.
it's just muscle memory type of thing. Like, do you know what I mean? When I'm in that situation, like, but I don't think she's like completely like she wouldn't go as
switched off.
far as like atheist or whatever it is. Like, you know what I mean? She wouldn't go as far as saying she's an atheist, but she's like just like no. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Yeah, just
you know what I'm
no.
saying? I'd be like, bless yourself, and she'd be like, no. You know what I mean? Not
Dare
bless
you.
me, blessing me fucking self, like, you know what I mean? But I think it's just from watching me nanny and me, because I spent a lot of time with me nanny growing up, like, and a lot of time with me man, and obviously that shit just passes down, and like, we'd be sitting on the bus and we'd be driving past the church, and she'd bless herself, and I'd be like, "Ma, why'd you bless yourself?" And she'd be like, "Oh, because we drove past the church," and then like I got into my head, "Oh, you have to bless yourself."
Yeah,
going
yeah,
past and all
yeah.
that. So I think it's sometimes I don't. Like, sometimes I go to do it, and I'm like, "What am I?" Do you know what I mean? And then I don't know. Like, sometimes I do. Like, do you know what I mean? It's hard to explain. Like, you're not religious at all, though. Are you?
No, I despise
Yeah.
the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Absolutely despise it.
So do I, though. But again, that's just muscle memory. Like, it's just kind
Yeah.
of a thing that I do, force a habit. Like,
No, when I was young, like when you're small, you kind of believe that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
because
You
you're
believe that there's
impressionable. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
you're told that, like, you're told by
Yeah.
adults, this is it,
Yeah.
like fucking Santa Claus is real, you know, you're told that this is real, you know what I mean, so you fucking believe it, like,
yeah.
but when you get older, you start to realise, maybe there's not a geezer in the sky,
Probably not. Like,
all this shite going on around the world,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's somebody up there looking out for us.
yeah. No, absolutely. I think, yeah, I'm with you on that. I think because when you're younger, you're just so impressionable. Like, as you said, like Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, all that gig. And it's like, no matter what somebody older says to you, it's the truth. Like, you know what I mean? It's gospel. Like, you know what I mean? For
Yeah, of course.
lack of a better term, or not to be cheesy, like, but it's gospel. Like, do you know what I mean? And I don't know. I think, as you said, you get older and you kind of start developing, and making your own mind up. Like, and it's like you start actually thinking about it logically, and you're like, probably not. Like, and then you start seeing stories that come out, and the years of all the shite with the Catholic Church, and then you're like, yeah, probably not. Like, do
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
just
mean?
a fucking. It's a company, like, do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? It's
yeah,
it's an organization. It's a
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
billion-dollar fucking industry, like.
yeah. No, I know, and it's very much treated like so as
You ever
well.
been to the Vatican?
No, never been to
We
Italy. Or,
went.
yeah,
We went.
why?
I was more curious than that. I
Oh,
wanted
right,
to
yeah,
see
yeah,
it. I
yeah.
wanted to see the inside of it, and it's fucking such a horrible place. Like it don't like it's gorgeous. Like the grounds are
To
stunning and
look at, like,
everything's fucking
yeah,
marble and gold and
yeah,
just
yeah.
wealth everywhere. The
Mhm.
Vatican's its own thing. It's not even part of fucking Rome. Like, do you know what I mean? It's its own thing. Like
Oh,
it's its own.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's its own state more or less. It's mad. And when we were walking down to it, I think we got a train, and then we were walking down the road to it, and these big gigantic walls, big stone walls, and all around these walls is just homeless people, like little fucking campsites with homeless people, right? Pure like proper fucking poverty. And then you
Jesus.
go through the little gates or whatever past security, and it's just riches beyond belief. Like you want to see the wealth in this place. Like it's fucking disgusting,
Yeah,
disgustingly
yeah,
wealthy.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like billions and billions and billions. And you're walking around, and you're just like, like there's a fucking geezer 2 minutes away from here now, starving for a fucking sandwich,
yeah.
and you cunts are in here preaching about fucking God's will or whatever.
Everything's gold
Sat
plated
inside of
and
this shit,
yeah,
like, do you know what I mean? These golden thrones, you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like I seen something the other day. Prince Philip in the UK was shiting onto the government about they need to look after the fucking what you call it, the cost of living, and he sat on a golden throne while talking about
yeah,
the government should
yeah,
look at the cost
yeah,
of living.
yeah. It's the
You
word,
know
bro.
what I
It's
mean?
fucking
He's decked
ridiculous.
out in uniform, covered in golden badges, sat on a golden throne. Literally, look it up.
Yeah, yeah,
Sat on
yeah,
a
yeah.
golden throne, surrounded by fucking solid gold, like wealth beyond belief. And they're shiting on about this fucking cost of living.
Jesus
People
Christ.
they need to watch out for people or whatever. But it's
Yeah.
the same thing with the Pope and the Catholic Church. Like, it's the
Mm.
exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I, I, I don't believe at all. Like, and I think what you were saying there, where the whole yin and yang spectrum comes in, where it's like you walk past a homeless bloke to then have a wall separate between what life is actually like outside of those walls, like
Mm.
compared to this like
Yeah.
deluded,
It's a
made up.
disconnect,
Yeah,
like, you
do
know
you know
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying?
Completely
It's just
disconnected from reality,
like if you want to get really simple with it, right? And like when I was a kid, no, we used to always say things like this, like if you want to get really simple with it, yeah, in simple terms, is that you ask yourself, if there was a fucking god, like, and if this shit was real, why would there be people homeless? Like, why would there be people dying on the streets? And do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you want to put it simply, like, I know that's a very like it's a very juvenile thing to say, like, but I
I
mean,
always think of it like this. If God is real and God's will and all this, and Jesus did that and God did this, why is he giving AIDS to kids in Africa?
exactly. Was he giving cancer to kids?
Why are you giving,
In,
like,
do you know what I mean? For what? For
you know
what,
what I mean?
bro? For what? For bleeding metrics, like, you know what I mean?
Like,
There's
what is
there's
going
nothing
on?
about metrics in the fucking in the Bible, like, do you know
That's
what
why
I'm
I
saying?
always look at it like that. Well, he could have saved them from that tsunami, but he was too busy in Africa giving AIDS to them kids.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's what I mean. That's
good
what I
job,
mean.
buddy.
That's what I mean. Like, if there's physical evidence of something in front of you, of like, it's very clear when you see things like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like how. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, if people like the likes of like drug addicts, drug addicts, ex homeless people, ex whatever, yeah, ex addicts, whatever it is, yeah. If they find God, like, and God is the thing that keeps them going, by all means, bro.
Oh,
Do you
crack
know what I
on.
mean?
Crack on.
By
Yeah.
all means,
You
whatever
believe in
gets
something,
you,
you
yeah,
have faith.
exactly. Whatever gets you through
Some
it,
sort of faith or hope or whatever.
whatever you gets you through, whatever gives you that hope, yeah. I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for
I
it.
don't begrudge anybody, and I wouldn't take the piss out of anybody or think less of anybody
No,
that is
no.
super religious
No,
or anything like that. That's cool. If you believe in that, that's your beliefs
Yeah.
and your faith, and
yeah.
that's how you manage yourself. Like,
Mhm.
there's a higher power above you, and that's where you
Yeah.
have to stick in that realm.
Yeah.
Cool, bro.
That's
Crack
what I'm
on.
saying. That's exactly what
You
I'm
know
saying.
what I mean?
I think if you find faith as like an ex-drug addict or an ex-alcoholic, whatever it is, yeah, ex-gambler, if you find your faith in this thing, then like you just said, by all
Yeah, man,
means,
sweet.
exactly, by all
Sweet.
means, do your thing. And I'd never, as well, same thing that you said, I'd never look down on anyone that believes in it. But I'm just talking about if the way I see it is that, like you just said, it's like if I see these things that are happening around the world on a daily basis, then obviously it's not there. Like it's like that's the way I see it. But I mean, I think like spirituality and all that, I think is kind of like faith is separate to what we're talking about. Like, do
Yeah,
you know
of
what I mean?
course. Yeah.
Because you can have faith in anything. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? But I think it's very, 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 very culty.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure, look at Scientology. Everybody knows that some sci-fi writer came
Made
up with
this
that.
religion.
That
Yeah,
just
yeah.
came up with this fucking book
Yeah.
and just made it up.
Mm.
Is the guy still alive? I can't remember if he's still alive or not. But it was in the fucking 50s and 60s. Everybody knows that Scientology is not real. Like,
Yeah.
everybody knows that it was just written in a book and it was
Yeah.
made up. But yet, it has millions and millions and millions of followers around the world.
Mm.
Even here in Ireland, because I've been to the Scientology camp here in Ireland. And it's fucking mental, carry on. It's madness. The
Somebody
stuff
just
they
made it
believe in.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's just made up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
cunt just made it up. And everybody knows that this cunt just made it up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he was a failed fucking writer or whatever he was. And he just wrote this, like, really bad sci-fi novel.
Yeah.
And that's what it's based on.
Mm.
That these aliens came down and fucking, that's why we're here and all this, and the secret to life. And the
Yeah,
more you
yeah.
pay, the more you learn. That's why people like Tom Cruise and all that, like, are these fucking
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
great wizards or whatever the fuck they are in that religion. Like, it's madness. It's
Yeah.
all a cult. The Catholic
Yeah.
Church is a cult.
Mm.
It's all a fucking cult. Like, it's not real.
It was very big for like me, obviously me nanny and granddad's generation, and there before that, and like me man, it trickled down to me man and dad's.
Yeah.
But I think my man and dad's generation then kind of like,
Copped on.
yeah, I wasn't gonna say that, but they kind of started
Yeah, but you have to remember the Catholic Church ran Ireland.
at some point. Yeah, no,
You
I
know
know.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
It
as
ran
well.
Ireland for their generation.
Yeah.
Then your man,
Yeah.
dad's generation, it would have been.
It was still there
Still
because
rough.
like my man was going to non-school.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something,
exactly.
You know what I
It
mean?
still would have been rough.
Yeah,
But as they got older, it would have fizzled out a bit more. And
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
obviously, they have no control. in the
Yeah,
country.
yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
even starting to pull out fucking hospitals and all that.
yeah, because they used to have more pull than the bleeding government have at the time as well,
Yeah,
didn't
of course, they
Yeah.
told the government what to do.
Yeah,
They used
yeah.
to run the country.
Mad.
Same as
Mad.
the UK and all these places. Not the Catholic Church now in the UK, would be the Church
Mm.
of England, but like religions ran countries.
Yeah,
Most of the
yeah.
wars that are happening now is because of religion,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of the differences in religion.
Mm.
Like, look at the Muslims and stuff like that. All the shit that's going on there, they have different beliefs,
Yeah.
and that's what them wars are over. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Land and beliefs and money.
Yeah. No, 100%.
It's all the fucking same thing. Like, it's all the
exact
same thing.
Yeah.
You're different from me. Look at the North. You're different from me because you believe a different thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a scrap now
Yeah. Yeah.
to the death. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Because my religion is real and yours is fake.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
and
you're
what's to
definitely
say
right.
yours is real and mine is fake?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Who has ever? What?
That's what I'd be thinking. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Who has ever?
It's the biggest scam that's ever happened to this fucking planet, man. Is religion.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with that, but I think, I think separating.
How many religions is there?
I don't know. Look it up there.
How many religions is there?
I think it's important to separate religion from having faith in something as well.
Yeah, of course there
Do
is.
you know
Of
what I
course there is. Yeah.
It's important to separate that. Like, if you have faith that there is a God, then by all means have your faith, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have faith in other things, and you have faith in other things that you believe will happen or is happening now. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That you work towards. But I think it's very important to separate the two. How many religions is there?
It says here there's 7. Couldn't be. Has to be well more than 7.
Couldn't be only 7. Is Scientology included in there?
I have no idea. The 8 geographic religions of the world. What?
Geographic.
Nah, this thing ain't giving me. Now it's saying 12 religions of the world. There has to be at least fucking 20, 30 different fucking religions around the world.
Easily.
Buddhism, fucking
Do
whatever.
you not remember fucking Shia LaBeouf started his own fucking...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, that's how fucking...
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
He
He started... What were
sketchy
they
it
called?
is.
I can't remember what they were called. I just remember Viper Higgins doing a video on YouTube. And he went over, bro. He went over.
Yeah.
And he went over to see what it was like. It's over in New York, and they all met at this certain spot that, like, they all praised this, like, eye that, like, they had painted onto a fucking wall. Like, it was mad, it was. And they all just, like, danced around. Some cunt was playing the bongos. It was fucking weird. Then Shia LaBeouf showed up in the video. He showed up, like, and he's just there vibing, losing it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this thing won't give me a fucking straight answer.
No.
It has to be like 20, 30 fucking religions around the world.
Yeah.
Scientology and all that shit.
Scientology, the religion of
fucking
Buddhism, religion of Islam,
Catholicism, fucking...
Catholicism. Then obviously, why can't I think of that? Protestant. Yeah, is a Protestant that's separate to Catholic? Yeah, alright. Yeah, because I thought that, but then I thought maybe it was like
Protestants, Catholics.
yeah. No, obviously it's separate because
Jehovah's Witnesses, fucking...
Jehovah's Witnesses, yeah. Mormons are Mormons a religion?
I don't know if it's a religion, is it? I'm sure it fucking is.
Yeah.
There's so bleed many of them.
Yeah. And then there's another one.
Christians,
Mormons.
born-again
Mormons are
Christians.
part of a religion, but I can't remember what the religion's name is.
Yeah.
It's not called anything to do with Mormons, but you are a Mormon if you like follow this religion. I can't remember the name because I used to work with a couple
I have a clue.
I used to work with a couple of people that were I don't even know if that's the proper term, Mormons, but quote unquote Mormons, like. And I used to work with a couple of them in that other place I used to work in, and I always liked picking their mind, like.
Yeah.
And being like, what is it like? Because these are people that like have been gone, and like on the what do you call it, the missions? You know the missions that they do where they go abroad and they work 10 hours a day and fucking knocking on doors and shit. That this fellow I knew actually did it, like. He went and done it, like.
Jesus.
Over in England.
Yeah.
And I was just asking him a lot of stuff, like, about it. And what he said to me is that he's like, I've only ever known it because his mum and dad are super into it, like, super religious. So I think he doesn't see life any other way, like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
well, that's usually the way it happens,
yeah.
isn't it? It comes down from your parents. Like.
Yeah. But I mean, even if my mum and dad were super religious, I doubt I would be, like, now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
you would have been when you were younger because that was the way it is.
Yeah.
You probably would have grown out of it though.
Yeah,
you
that's
would
what
have went
I'm saying.
your own way.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. Like.
But some families, it's
it's super important. Like,
it's controlled. Like, and
so my dad told me he used to go over. I mean, nanny and granddad used to drag them over to the church every Christmas day. Like,
yeah.
And they
Sure,
were
look
over
at the
church,
Americans, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of the Americans are fucking mad religious. Mormons related to Mormonism.
Is it called Mormonism?
That's what it says here. Yeah.
That's mad. I thought it was called something else.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Apparently,
called
there's
something else.
about 17 million of them.
Jesus. Of
In
Mormons.
their religion. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Lord
big
have
stuff.
mercy.
Huge in America, of course. America would be the biggest.
Yeah. And
Mormonism.
he it was a big deal for them, like, where, like, you know, when he got, man that I'm talking about, he got his letter for the missions, like, to see if he was accepted for the missions, like, and it was like a huge thing, like, it was posted, his ma posted up on Facebook and all, and videos of him opening the letter, and it's like, oh my god, and they're losing their minds, like, you know what I mean? And he's like, don't get me wrong, this fella is fucking cool, bro, cool young fella, like, you know what I mean? He's sound, but he just
has different beliefs.
That's what I mean. Just believes in
Just
something different,
different
like, you know what I mean? And I never would ever challenge anybody on that. I
Yeah.
never challenged them. I just picked his brain. I'm always curious. Like, even when I was growing up in school, bro. When I was growing up, I was really close to some of my best friends were from Somalia, like, and they were extreme Muslims, like, you know what I mean? They were like everything is that religion, like, you know what I mean? Everything is the religion. And I used to always sit at the back of the class with him, like, shout out to Deco if you're listening, and Liban. But I used to sit at the back of the class talking to them boys, like just picking their brain, just being like, "That's fucking mad!" Like that use.
Yeah, the
You know what I mean?
differences in some of the religions is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It's all the same
chalk and
shit, but it's
cheese,
just written different, bro.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's like
it's the same principles. All it comes down to the same principles, but
die for God, live
Yeah.
for God, work for
that's
God.
it. Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, everything is God.
That's all it is, like. But I was picking their brain about it, and they like, man, some of the stuff, and as you said, it all just boils down to the same principles. And I just find it interesting. I'd never challenge anybody like, no, that's wrong. What the fuck do I know?
Yeah, I think
Do
if
you know
you're
what I mean?
not if you're not harming anybody,
Yeah.
then I don't see anything wrong with it.
That's what I'm saying. We're not sitting here going, you shouldn't. Do what
Yeah,
the fuck
no,
you want.
I'd never do that.
Yeah,
I'd
do you know what
I'd
I'm
never
saying?
preach to someone like that.
Yeah, hardly, man.
The way
Hardly.
most of these religious groups preach to
us.
non-believers,
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
a fucking sinner and
Yeah, all that.
you're
crap.
going to hell because you have a tattoo on your arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This sort of crack, like I'm
Mm.
just not into it.
Yeah.
You know that mad fucking what's it called? The West Baptist Church in America, the one that hates gay people and all this stuff, hate everybody.
Yeah.
These like fucking extreme religious groups, like or cults.
Mm.
It's just madness, like
Yeah,
brainwashed. You know,
Yeah.
believe anything.
Yeah. I actually tried to do, when I was in school, I tried to do Ramadan with the boys.
That's tough.
Yeah, I tried to do it with them, but I
Yeah,
think
unless
I
you're
done-
weird like that, I
Yeah.
don't think it's a
No.
good idea.
I done it. It lasted 2 days, bro, and that was it. I was like, boys, fuck this, like, because I was like, I was that close to them that like I was staying in the gaffs and all, and their man and dad were always welcoming to us, like, you know. What I
Yeah.
mean? And I tried to do Ramadan with them, bro. I was like, nah, I can't do this. You know,
I like food.
Can't do this, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's just growing up around so many different cultures. I don't know if you were the same, but growing up around so many different cultures,
Yeah, man.
it was picking. Yeah, you would have been actually. Yeah, picking their brain, never ever challenging them. And the boys will tell you that they were my fucking good friends, bro. If I was
Yeah.
challenging them, they would have fell out with me over. That's how much they love the religion, like, you know what I mean? And I'd never turn around and say, "Fuck your god" or "fuck this" or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? I never disrespect them like that. Believe in what you believe in. Like, I just always found it mind blowing. Like, I always just found it like this is mad that you.
It's like any culture. It's like when you go away on holidays. Say you go somewhere. Say you went somewhere like I don't know. You went to Mexico. Now I've been to Mexico.
Do you know what's
go to
mad?
Mexico.
Sorry for interrupting you. Do you know what's mad?
Go on.
I thought Mexico in my head before you said Mexico.
Yeah, like if you go like to Mexico,
yeah.
the cultural difference between our little island
And theirs. Yeah.
completely different, and it's
Yeah.
like that with religion. And you just find it fascinating. Like you go to America.
Yeah.
America is just like it's fucking bonkers. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
playground for adults,
Mhm.
and you know.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as religion. It's just some parts of it is fascinating.
Yeah.
Other parts are just like, no,
Absolutely not. Like, do you know what I
get
mean?
out of here.
Absolutely not. Like, I remember when I was hanging around with them boys, I had a lot of their like cousins and that trying to, like, when I first met Deco and I was talking to Deco and all, he was trying to convert me and shit. Like, do you know what I mean? And I was like, bro, this isn't working. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, no,
It's
no.
not gonna happen,
He's
buddy.
like, no, you should. No, I'm absolutely not. Like, you know what I mean? And then,
Sunday school. Get the fuck.
then I was out with like his cousins and that, and I used to be out with his cousins a lot as well. Like, and I'd be out with them boys, and they'd be older boys, and like I had no choice but to sit there and listen to them. Like, do you know what I mean? I had to respect them. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, man, I'll definitely think about it. Like, and he was like, yeah, you should pick up a Quran and you should go home and study. And I was like, yeah, no, I definitely will. But it's never had the intention. Like, but it's not. Again, that's not like I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the religion. It's just I find it interesting. That's why I'm asking you questions. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to change anything
yeah,
that
yeah.
I. You know
I'm
what
just
saying?
interested.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just interested, yeah. But it's just I don't feel like, I don't know, like it's not, as you said, bro. It's just one big company, isn't it? Like the Catholic
is.
Church I'm talking about now.
Yeah,
know
there's
what
a
I mean?
CEO on top, and then everyone else kind of just
Yeah,
does the work.
trickles down. Yeah. Like, I mean, what do they collect money for in churches? Like,
Who
like I
knows?
always asked, and no one has ever given me an answer. And people will probably listen to this and go on to us and say it's actually for this, and it could be for a
It's
reason.
supposed to, keep the fucking churches.
Donate
and-
to a church.
Yeah, you're donating to church and some charities apparently, and
So what if I just build a place where I fucking, I don't know, I just get up and bus raps all day, right?
Hmm.
And we have all these seats, and I have someone going around with a hat, being like,
donations.
pay to him so we can keep this shit going.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
That's so fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Because if I did it, people would be like, he's mad. You know what I
He's
mean?
a scammer, this fella.
This fella, he's a scammer. But
Place to worship me, how?
fucking fella goes to Sunday church and it's like, oh yeah, no, I'll throw you 50 quid. Like, what? Do you know what I mean?
I'm eager to see, because already at the minute, so many churches around Ireland have had to close their doors
Yeah.
and sell the land, like, because there's nobody going to church anymore.
Oh, no.
I think during COVID as well, I think they really seen they would have seen a really big decline, but
Yeah.
with the doors open now, I'd say it's even worse now, because a lot of people ain't going out anymore, you know what I mean? A lot of people are kind of just staying home and staying amongst their family and just doing their own thing now because of COVID, you know, and like, I hate talking about it on this because kind of timestamps it, and
Yeah, no,
look,
I know.
we've heard enough about that fucking shite, but I say to say this, I think, I'd say, the next 10, 20 years, I mean, how many churches are going to be left in Ireland? Who's going to them? Because that generation is dying out, like the hardcore believers.
Granda and any generation.
Yeah,
For me,
that
anyway.
generation's dying out. The generation after them, in the next 20, 30 years,
Yeah.
they're going to be gone as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is Dory and Barley? Like, they're like, Dory's christened, right? We got her christened because
I was just about
we
to
had
ask,
to.
yeah.
Because we had to get her into school.
Right.
And then a couple of months after she was christened, they got away with that. They got away with that law or whatever. They fucking done away with it.
Done away with it, yeah.
And we were fucking snapping, like, do you know what I mean? Because we're not religious, like.
Yeah.
Barley isn't christened, and he won't be getting christened.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
And we explained to Dory, look, we explained to her what communion and a confirmation is, or as best as we could explain it to her. I mean, she's 5, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All she wants is the dress.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She just wants that big white dress.
Yeah.
Because she's a 5-year-old little girl that's into like clothes and fashion and all that shit.
Yeah.
And we tried to explain it to her, and we're like, look, you can do your communion, but we'll just take the church bit out of it, and you can do your own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can mark it our own way.
Yeah.
And we were going to do that with Barley. Instead of having a church christening, we were just going to have like a naming day or something like that.
Naming day, yeah, that's what they're called. Yeah.
But because obviously he was born during COVID, and you know it didn't work out that way, so we probably won't end up doing that at all now, because he's 1.5 now, or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's getting on a bit. But I think we're the first in our family to not have a child christened.
So
Yeah, we're the first in the family to not have a christened.
that shouldn't even be a fucking thing. Like,
No, we shouldn't. No, I'm saying we're the first in our family
to not do it.
Yeah. So I'll be eager to see now when the nieces start having kids, and you know, will they get their kids christened?
Me and Danielle talked about it, if we were to have kids.
Yeah.
If we were
I was going to ask you, if you ever had kids, would you get them christened?
We talked about it, and we both said no. Like, we both said no, we wouldn't. We wouldn't get them christened. And like, I've been around friends who have said that to you, and they're like,
"How dare you?"
And you're like, "But what are you gonna do? That's weird."
Yeah.
Why is it weird? It's not weird.
It's not
There's
weird.
nothing weird about. What's weird about it is you bring your child to don't even listen, right? Whatever, do your thing. Yeah, I was christened, and I don't hold it against me fucking mom and dad. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, it's whatever. You get your child christened, I don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't call you weird for, so why am I being called weird for? Like that's bro. The looks I've gotten. Now, it's not one particular person. Don't get me wrong. It's not one particular person that comes to mind when I think about my friends. But I've gotten looks like what? And I'm
you
like,
wouldn't?
Like, no, I absolutely wouldn't. We've talked about it. Like, me and Danielle have talked about it, and we decided on it. Like, no, we'll have a day. We'll have what you said, the naming day. The places, man. There's places advertising for naming days now. Do you know what I mean? And it's not christens. Like, there's people saying
same thing as weddings now. You don't have to do church wedding anymore. You have,
go to the hotel. Boom.
Yeah.
All in the one spot.
Civil service and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, civil partnerships.
And you know what my dad said?
All different
funny
things.
enough, this will give you perspective. He went to a couple of those weddings, and he said that if he could go back, he would have done it that way.
Majority of people would, yeah.
That's
Majority of people will tell you that, yeah.
He said, if I could go back, I would have done that, 100%. 100%. Because my man and dad, they got married in like the fucking biggest church in the city, like, do you know what I mean? And that church's not even there anymore. It's gone, like. And
it's gas, like, I don't understand the fucking, when you were saying there about, like, you were saying it in front of friends, like, if we were to ever have kids, we wouldn't get a child christened. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but, like, you let your child have their communion and confirmation, and you don't go to church.
Yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah.
child doesn't go to church.
Yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah,
your communion is your, you know,
yeah,
you're inducting your child into the Catholic faith.
yeah,
That's what that is. Like in
yeah,
your confirmation, they're
yeah,
confirmed a Catholic, like a real Catholic, so you can go off into the world now.
yeah.
You can have the bread and wine when you go to church. Like, do you know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
all that fucking is.
yeah.
Like,
No, I know. But again, I'd
you're a
never.
hypocrite if you do that. Like,
Yeah,
and then you don't go to fucking church at all,
yeah,
ever.
yeah,
You're literally only doing it to put that child in a dress or a suit
yeah,
and
yeah.
have that big day out, the
Yeah.
big party,
Still do
and
that.
go around and collect money. You can still do that and
Minus
just take the
church.
religious bit
Yeah,
out of it,
yeah,
because they don't need that.
yeah.
You know,
Now some of my
we
mates.
sorry, we
Yeah,
were
go on.
told when we were
Sorry.
young that you had to have your communion and confirmation.
Yeah,
You know, we
yeah,
were just told,
yeah,
and
you
you're like,
have to,
why?
like-
Because you have to. Why though? Because you fucking have to.
yeah.
Same way you have to do your junior and your leaving cert.
Yeah.
Why? Because you fucking have to.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
have to.
You have to. You have to have it done. Like.
You have to pass that test. Why? Because it's important for when
Yeah.
you're older.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not zero.
It's not.
Zero
It's not
relevance
at all,
to what
like-
I do on a day to day
Yeah.
now, or how I get a job, or how I apply for
And
jobs.
religion's the same. And with Dory, we gave it a choice. Look, if you want to do that, cool, you do it.
Mm.
You know, if you want to have your communion or your confirmation, sweet, do it if you want. We'll
whatever
totally
you want.
respect it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, we'll go ahead with it, whatever. But if you want to do it and you want to take the church bit out, sweet,
Yeah,
we'll do
yeah.
that as well. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I would never sit down and tell her like, fucking, God's not real and
No,
religion
hardly,
is the
bro.
fucking devil and all that sort
Hardly.
of stuff. I'd never do that. I'd
No.
never do that.
No.
It's her choice. Now I do say things in front of her like I shouldn't say, you know.
Yeah,
And I'd be like,
yeah.
oh, shouldn't have said that. Or Danielle give me a look like, don't fucking say that in front of her.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
You know.
Being skilled. He's not real.
He's a fucking dickhead. He gives AIDS to kids in Africa. Prick. You know, hasn't worked a day in his life. Lazy bastard. Right? But like, you know, I'd never do that. And you know, it's her choice. It's her choice.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
the end of the day, and
Yeah.
same as Barley, it'll be his choice as well. Now he's not christened, so I don't know what way that's gonna
Yeah.
work. He'll have to get christened or something. I mean, if he wants to
do it, yeah.
do his communion, he'll have
Yeah.
to get the old splash of water over the head.
Yeah. No, it's and I agree with you. I think if I had kids and they're desperate to do it, like you're not desperate, bro. You don't have to be like that, please. You know what I mean? If you want to do it, you can do it. Like, but I mean, if I have kids and they say I want to go to the church, I want to see all my friends, I want to do all this with all my friends,
Yeah.
then cool, we'll do that. Like, do you know what I mean? By all means, the same way you said it about Dory, like. By
Yeah.
all means, we'll do that. Like, do you know what I mean? If you want to go see all your friends, you want to make the day about you and your friends, then we'll go to the church. Do you know what I mean? But what I was saying is that like majority of my friends, some of my mates, are like they were brought up in a very old school household as well. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where it's like oh no, you have to get your child christened. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that, like, do you know
It's
what I'm saying?
weird it is.
But
like-
I'd never be argumentative, bro, or never say, well, it's fucking weird that you got your fucking child christened.
You
Like,
don't go to church.
Yeah, do you know, I'd never, bro, because it's like, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, when it boils down to it, if the child grows up and they want to go and do that communion with all their friends in the church and they don't want to miss any of that, then cool, we can still do that, like.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm trying to go, I don't know, like, it's like people look at you like you're trying to purposely go left field, like. Do you get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like people look at you because,
Yeah.
oh, you're purposely trying to be different. No, I'm
You're
fucking not.
You're
Like,
so woke and
it's a different world. You know what I mean? It's a completely different world, a different Ireland that we live in now. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a different world that we live in now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was such an important part of everyone's lives in this country, and it's no longer
no.
that important. Like, do you know what I mean? It's no longer
People,
that
I think
important.
people are starting to cop it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Obviously, bro. Obviously. But I think it's not that me and you are sitting here, like you said, the word woke. I hate those buzzwords, yeah, that everybody fucking uses.
Yeah, of course.
Woke and bleeding. I just feel like, you know what I
Clickbait
mean?
words, yeah.
I feel like, what? You know what I'm saying? All that shit. I hate all those buzzwords. But anyway, the woke thing, yeah? It's not like me and you are sitting here trying to be woke, like, or saying, like, everybody needs to catch up.
Yeah.
Wake
like,
up, you start. You know what I mean? Like, you
we're
take-
rebelling against the
It's
system
not
and all
that, man.
that stuff. It's not that. It's just
It's just,
I don't
think-
believe in it. And if I was to go to funerals and weddings, in a church and I was blessing myself and all this shite just to be fucking polite.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
I'm a
know.
pure hypocrite, like, and
No.
I can't be going out here getting my kids christened and all that stuff. Like, I know we got Dory christened, but that was because we couldn't
Yeah.
get her into fucking school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now they've done away with that. So
Yeah.
Barley hasn't been christened.
Yeah.
But, you know, if he wants to follow faith or whatever, and he wants to get into Catholicism or whatever religion he wants to be a part of, well
Cross
then
that bridge, like,
cool.
You know what I mean?
Like, do you know what I mean? When
Yeah.
it comes to that, we'll fucking deal with it. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Exactly. But the thing with
I would never take that choice away from him.
no,
Or-
you never take
or,
any
uh,
choice.
Or I wouldn't take away from Dory. And if Danny turned around one day and was like, do you know what?
I want
Shouldn't
to.
talk like that, but do you know what?
That's
I'm joking.
Do you know let's talk to this. Do you know what?
Come here to me and I tell you. No, I shouldn't talk like that. She has a gorgeous voice. But come here. If she turned around to me and was like, do you know what? I'm going to join church. I'm going to be religious, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, crack on. Cool.
Do your thing.
Don't expect me to do it,
Yeah.
but I respect your decision.
Exactly.
And
Because I'm
Good
not
luck.
forcing what I believe in on you, so you don't force what you believe in on me.
now,
You
don't
know
get
what
me
I'm
wrong. I'm very outspoken when it comes to religion. Very outspoken.
saying? But that's
And I
with
was
your
never like
family.
that. But it was only what really tipped me over the edge, right? Now, all the Magdalene stuff, all the fucking dirty priests, and all that nasty stuff that happened, right? When I found out about those 800 babies in Chum,
Chilling babies, yeah.
oh my God, that was just like, what the fuck are we doing? Why is this shit still going on in this country? Do you know what I mean? It's fucking
Fucking
crazy.
nasty,
Like,
bro.
and just every year, some new scandal comes out about the Catholic Church in
Catholic
Ireland.
Church, yeah.
And around the world as well. Because it just didn't happen here. It happened in America and it happened everywhere else as well, like with the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
where they were raping fucking kids and
Yeah.
doing like fucking disgusting
Disgusting
stuff,
things,
disgusting carry on.
Yeah. And was anybody see with the chilling babies? I've only ever watched like a 20-minute documentary, 25-minute documentary on it, right? Now I remember when it all came out and someone trying to explain it to me, and I remember not being able to wrap my head around it. Like you, I was like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean?" Like, do you know, I was like, "Hardly." Like, do you know what I'm saying? It was beyond belief type of thing. Like, but was it just the Catholic Church in Ireland that was held accountable for that? Like, or was there
Nobody
people-
was held accountable for that.
Fuck me, Jesus Christ! Like,
Nobody's been held accountable for that.
excuse the irony.
Nobody's
but
went to prison
Jesus,
for that. Nobody's been even slapped on the wrist for that. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's
Now there's fucking there's people out there fighting for it. But
yeah.
come on.
That's like Jesus, bro.
I know. Look at the mother and baby home stuff that's going on at the minute. The scandal. Like, there's just scandal after scandal with it. And I just... Look, I know people have faith and that's cool. Like, believe in what you believe in. But to support the Catholic Church, that's what I don't get.
Yeah,
Support the physical Catholic, like the physical fucking church. Like,
yeah.
how can you still support that? Now, look, I sound like I'm fucking jumping down people's throats for supporting their local church or whatever.
Do what you want.
Just,
Yeah.
it's
Do
very
what you
hard for
want.
me to split the two of them. Having faith in God
It's hard for you to
and then
to
people
put that
supporting
line.
the Catholic
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to split the two
Yeah.
because I just mash the two of them in together. I shouldn't, because it is two completely different things.
Yeah.
You can believe in whatever God you want and have faith and pray to whatever God you want. You can pray to a fucking tree,
Yeah, of
which
course.
is the real God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
Mother Earth. Like,
Yeah.
it's what we come from.
Yeah.
Without it, we're fucked. But if you're praying to this spirit in the sky or whatever,
Almighty.
that's cool. But supporting the actual Catholic Church, I just can't. I can't fucking get my head around
Yeah.
it. Why people still support the Catholic Church
Yeah. No, I know.
and would still like indoctrinate their fucking kids like with communions and confirmations. Like, I just don't even
Because
get me started.
it's the way I see it is that
I'm probably contradicting myself here in what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
Because I keep jumping around, but I just
you know, like, bro, we like
it's hard for me to explain. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah. No, I want people to know, anyone that's listening to this, like, we don't sit at home and research reasons why the Catholic Church is fucked up, like, you know what I mean? And we can't, like, we're still delivering our side of things with diction, like, you know what I mean? But, like, again, I'd say there's a million things that we are being contradicted on. Like, do you know what I mean? And there's a million things out there that we don't know about. Do you know what I'm saying? So we don't know. Like, we're not sitting here going, I know everything.
No,
You
we
know,
don't.
no,
We don't do
Do
any.
you know what I mean?
We don't do any research for the podcast, right? We literally just
Yeah.
we come here to the playground. Shout out to the lads as always. We come here to the playground. We sit down in front of each other, and we're like, right. So what are we talking about?
Yeah.
That is literally how
Yeah.
this behind the scenes. This is how this podcast goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about
Yeah.
majority of the time.
Yeah.
We literally switch the mics on and just
go.
try make each other laugh for about 20 minutes. And once we get that out of our system,
Yeah.
we just be like, so do you go to church?
yeah.
And that's literally how these
Yeah.
conversations start.
But that's how real. I sound like a fucking again. I sound like a dickhead saying this, but that's how raw, I suppose, we're giving it to people. Like, because you need to understand, we're sitting here telling you how this whole thing works as well. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We don't need to do that.
We're literally
But-
just having a little chinwag.
We're just having a chat. This is the stuff that
Giving
me and you talk about.
We're ranting.
me and it could be anything, like, you know what I mean. I remember Danny said when we were at the art exhibition. This is going off topic, but I remember Danny said when we were at the art exhibition when Adam Matt shout out to Matt said to her, he was like, what do you think of the podcast? Like, I think he said it to the two Danielles. What do you think of the podcast or whatever? And Danny turned around and said, that's just like listening to them two at the kitchen table, because we could be talking about anything and nobody in the room would have a dog's notion like about what we're shining on about. Do you know what I mean? But this is me and Rocky. This is the way we kind of, I don't know, this is the way we kind of decipher things and whatever. Like, we just talk about the topics that we need to talk about, that we feel like we want to fucking talk about. Like,
we're
do you know what
not
I mean?
like fucking insiders. We're not fucking historians on anything we talk
telling
about.
everybody to fucking throw the Bible out. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Do you still get
If it
Bibles?
was up to me, I would throw it out.
Yeah.
I would ask you to throw it out.
Do you still get Bibles in a hotel?
I don't think so. I
Do you
don't
not
think so.
know?
I haven't seen one in a hotel in a long time.
That was fucking weird, wasn't it?
B&B's used to always have them in there. Yeah, the Bible.
I don't get it.
stop
Like,
with you.
fucking, I'm not playing. Listen here, I came to this hotel. It wasn't for fucking praying. I tell you that much. You know what I mean? To fucking read verse 6, chapter 4, fucking John the Baptist. Nah, me bollocks. You know what I mean? You know what the gig is. I never understood that.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
weird.
understood it ever. Like, do you know
It's
what I mean?
weird.
But yeah, no, I think me and you have obviously talked about this before as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Briefly, talked about it briefly through voice notes on WhatsApp.
When I sent you about a million ones, about 2 hours long,
Rocky
just
woke
giving
up.
out.
I was in work. Rocky woke up 7:30 in the morning. This fella was giving out from the get go. Yeah, he's like, do you know what I was thinking? I think he'd never, in fairness, it's always me that hits you with it. Do you know what I was thinking on the 12-minute voice notes?
Yeah.
He never does this. Yeah, but he just texted me one day. I looked at my phone, had 12 messages up, and all of them are like 6 minutes long. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And he's like, do you know what I was thinking? Fuck God. I was like, what? But I very much feel the same, and people might be listening to this and saying, "Oh, well, them two just because they hang around with each other all the time, and they're obviously just rubbing off each other, and one of them actually feels that way, and the other one doesn't." Like, you know what I mean? You could say
Yeah.
that shit, like, but it's not. Like, I've felt like this for ever since I was. I can't remember, as early as I can remember, bro.
Yeah.
Say after me communion and all that, like, not me communion, sorry, me confirmation and all that.
I never
Do you
made
know?
my confirmation, did I?
Did you not?
No.
How come?
I was kicked out of school.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't allowed to make it.
Yeah.
And I was glad I didn't, and I never went back. I thought I had to do it to get married, because we were getting married in a church originally, just to please people.
Everybody else.
And then when we eventually copped on, well, not copped on, we eventually says, do you know what, fuck everybody else, this is about us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't get married in a church, obviously. We
Yeah.
signed the piece of paper here, and then we went to Vegas and got married.
Yeah.
But I thought, if we were going to do the church thing, I would have had to go and make me confirmation, or else I wouldn't have been allowed to get married in a church.
Yeah.
Silly, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
You
mad.
can't come here because you're not part of the club.
Not part of the club.
It's basically what it is. Like,
You didn't do step 2.
yeah, you didn't
know
do
what I mean?
step 2 in the club, so you can't come in.
Fuck off. But
You're not a proper club member.
I'm not a proper club member. When's the last time you donated? Right. But I remember, from what I remember is... No, sorry, not from what I remember. I was just about to say, I like people that get their kids christened. I'll take my personal experience, right, for this. Yeah, my personal experience is that I went to a christening once, right. I was the godfather, yeah, so I had to be there.
Mm-hmm.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
I had to be there. Whatever, it was a good day. I was like proud, wanted to be there. Do you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. Proud to be a godfather for the first time. And so so it was my auntie, right? My auntie's kid.
Mm-hmm.
He was being christened, Marcus, and like they're in the church and they're effing and blinding at each other, and you're like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
There's no respect there for the church.
Fuck up, and you're
Yeah,
like,
there's no respect for the
do you know
church.
what I mean?
No respect for
Like,
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's not. I'm not saying that. Like, look, I'm not saying that my auntie and my uncle and all like that they don't respect these places. They do normally, but they're obviously on each other's nerves. And of course, and I'm like, you're never supposed to do that in this building for some reason, but you're not supposed to do it. Like, so like, why is he being christened? You know, I just don't. I don't understand it. Like, don't understand it. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a very. I don't know. I think it's literally, as you said, bro. I think you hit the nail on the head. I just think people try to please people.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these people couldn't give a rat's arse. I think when I speak to a lot of people about it, right, and this conversation comes up, I think a lot of people like to think that there's an afterlife, right? They like to think it because of loved ones that they've lost,
Yeah, of course.
and stuff like that. And I was like that for a good while. I was like that for a long time, even up until I'd say as far as like 2 or 3 years ago or whatever. I was like that. I believed, not believe, but I wanted to believe there was something there. Do you know what I mean? And there probably is. How are we supposed to know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? Like, but I think a lot of people say I'm not religious, but I'd like to think that the person that I've lost is somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, well, like again, whatever you believe it's fair enough.
Yeah.
But I think as I've got older, and I'm probably gonna butcher this statement as well, so please don't come for me, everybody. I'm begging you. But as I got older, I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to like there's less and less of that belief there. Like, do you know what I mean? Just because I don't know, just because my own personal stuff that I've gone through. Now, again, it could be just something that I've gone through that switched my mindset, and it's the wrong mindset. I'm not saying it's the right one. Do you know what I mean?
It's right for you.
It's right for me, but I've gone through some things that have made me believe less and less that there's.
Same.
Do you know what I mean?
I've been like that since I was young.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And
to
it's
me,
just,
I think when you die, the lights go out and that's it. That's it. The show's over.
Yeah.
To me, I don't think you go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, your energy dies with you. Whatever electricity is in our bodies, just it switches off like a fucking light switch. Once it's off, it's off. You're gone.
Yeah.
That's it.
But you're entitled to believe that, like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And other people I know believe in angels and
Same.
all this sort of stuff, which is cool. Like, you know, I wouldn't slag them over it. I wouldn't think any less of someone for thinking like that.
No.
I just don't believe in any of that.
Yeah.
I don't believe in angels. I don't believe in guardian angels or what's meant to be or any of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
When you die, I think, you know, the light switch goes off and that's it. It's game over, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Now,
it's probably a very sad way of living, not living, of, you know, thinking like that, not having, I don't know what you'd call it, not having some sort of, not thing to look forward to, but, you know.
Yeah, to not think that they're eventually, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like you're going somewhere else, or, you know.
Yeah. No, I'd I like the fact that, there's comfort in that for people.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. I think
it's how they deal with dying.
It's how they deal with grief more than anything. Like, do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So, anytime they've lost somebody, it's kind of a comfort system where it's like, no, one day we'll meet again. Yeah. And you could, bro. Like there could be that thing, as you said, there could be that thing where you're 10 seconds out from the lights being turned off forever, and like they say, your life flashes before your eyes, type of thing. And like maybe that's the way you meet them again. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's going to I don't know. Like nobody knows. When you want to get into, like, there's, as I said to you, there's a fine line between faith and supporting the Catholic Church, right? But then there's another line there between spirituality, like, Do you know what I'm saying? And then that's a separate conversation altogether. Like.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You could do another fucking 3 hours on spirituality. Like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because spirituality is something completely different. You believe that you have spirit, and I believe that I have spirit. Do you know what I'm saying? And people believe that there's spirits out there, like. Do you know what I mean? So it's a separate conversation altogether. I'm getting off topic, but I think all it boils down to is comfort for people, like. Do you know what I mean?
I think so, especially the older generation that are very hardcore religious, like go to church all the time and pray at the rosary beads and pray before they go to bed and all that stuff. I think it's just like a really big comfort thing for me. It's a comfort blanket, you know, something to hold on to.
And you find comfort other ways.
Yeah.
And I find comfort other ways.
Yeah, exactly.
People deal with it differently.
Everybody deals with things differently. And
yeah. No, I know. And I believe whatever it is that gets you through it, like. Whatever it is that gets you through the thing you need to get through, and if that's fucking religion, I'm all for it. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm all for it. I'll stand there chanting for you. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that for me, it's not. Do you know what I mean? And for you, it's not.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have come off drugs and alcohol and other addictions
that
have found God. Yeah, and that's cool, man. If that's the thing that helped you, sweet. At least you found something. You found comfort in something, and you believe something that there's a bigger thing out there than you, and that you're not the center of the universe, and blah blah blah, and all that. And it's helped you get over this thing. That's sweet, man. That's cool. Like, more fucking power to you, and I hope it sticks to you. I wouldn't begrudge that of anybody. I have my own shit going on like everybody else, and I just find some sort of comfort in other things, or I try my best to find it in other things. You know what I mean?
And as you said, it could be a very morbid way of living. Like,
it could be. I mean? Maybe religion is the thing I need.
Exactly. You
don't know what I'm saying?
You don't know.
Maybe religion is the fucking thing I need to fix myself.
Exactly.
To fix me fucking head or whatever it is.
No, same. Same, bro. Same.
Who knows? Nobody knows. But I tell you what.
Nobody ever will know.
That's how life goes.
Ooh.
That's how life goes.
Are you a poetry man?
Well, I've known to dabble.
Like your man in the green and white shirt. You know what I mean? No, look, anyone listening to this, please don't take it like we're bashing anybody for believing in what you believe in. As I said, people believe in what they believe in. I believe in what I believe in.
Yeah.
And fuck the Catholic Church.
Fuck the Catholic Church. I still say, oh my God, and please to God,
Jesus Christ, and bro, I have 2 songs. I have a song named Pray and another one named Mass.
My Lord, forgive me.
Lord, forgive me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
It's been a heavy episode, but sure, look.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you all listening, and please don't come for our next.
Please don't come for our next. I tell you what, we won't leave you hanging though. Any jokes? Give us one, a decent one.
Right, this one kind of plays in because, for lack of a better term, some people might call this episode depressing, right? So
it's very heavy.
Very heavy on the heart. Like, I didn't know what way to feel. Do you laugh? Like, anyway.
I have a cross tattooed on me body.
The mango fella. Yeah. He gets on to me. Yesterday.
Mango. The red-headed regular.
He gets on to me. Voice message on Instagram. He says, "Yeah, listen, we have one for you." Right? That's a shite mango impression, isn't it? Yeah, listen, we have... No, I can't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm sorry, Mango. I'm sorry. Casual walk.
Don't you insult an icon like that.
Don't insult an icon.
How dare you?
Anyway.
The casual walk.
Please don't come for me, bro. Yeah, so he gets on to me, right, and he goes, "Oh, we have one for you."
Come on, I can only imagine. Right, he'd have the proper pub jokes in.
He says, I was out last night and I lost me fucking antidepressants. Someone bleeding stroked them on me. I hope whoever he is, he's fucking happy. Shout out to Mango, he had me a base with that, bro. Swear to God.
I hope he's fucking happy.
I hope he's fucking happy, the boss.
Pull me finger.
I probably butchered that as well, bro, but yeah. Swear to God, he had me cracked up.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, look, this has been Gobsmacked.
I'm ROC.
I'm Flynn Johnson.
And thanks for listening. Don't come for our next. Me and Richie are going to go and light a candle now. So.
Yeah. Keep the faith.
Keep the faith, lads. Keep the faith, whatever it is. But yeah, love yous. See yous next week. Baka.